Hello everybody and welcome to Plant Amateur. I'm Tara Gaines and today I have this terrarium that you might call a little overgrown. So I'm going to spend a little time today propagating the Apicia and the Begonia that are in there, and I want to clean it all out and do a little modifications. This was one of the first terrariums I ever made, and it has the drainage layer at the bottom, and I do believe there is a window screen separating the soil and the leca. First thing, we got to get the plants out. This little stone dinosaur, some duckies that have been buried. There's a big rock in here. It looks like there's some string of turtles too. I'm not sure how everything, oh, that's a beautiful rock. All right. Oh, there we go. So that's the soil, the leca separated. I just kind of had a fancy idea. What if I took that dirt and just repotted these things up in it? We are all washed up. I'm just gonna set this off to the side while I clean off my area and deal with these cuttings. I got a couple of things here, and I'm just gonna reuse most of this soil for these plants. I've had it in the terrarium for about a year and it's never flowered for me. I just looked over and I saw this guy, and this is one of the cuttings off of the same plant. Here's one of the runners. Like common names versus botanical names. I think the botanical names are fun because they're hard to say. I am keeping begonias alive, guys. It's kind of exciting. So this leca came from the bottom. Remember, this is my drainage layer. So I think I'm gonna repeat. I'm gonna stick this. Oh, I can see springtails. They're so cute. They're just bopping around. Boop, 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 boop. They're so cute. Here's the clean window screen. What I've learned about begonias is that they much prefer moss to be near their roots. I'm gonna put some of this dirt on top of the window screen, weigh it down a little bit, and then I'm gonna put moss down to help the begonia's root. I'm gonna put this rock in here. My plan is to get the begonia growing good and strong on a bed of moss, and then those roots will seep down further into the soil. I want to keep the begonia itself dry. Its roots can handle a little bit of moisture, but for the most part, it grows on rocks. All right, guys, I got a begonia and I got some moss. I might have to leave the lid off of the terrarium for a while so everything can breathe and not be suffocated by any excess moisture. Oh, here, and I'm sorry, you probably want to see. There, so I'm just putting in a small layer of moss. Here's my little, I think he's a brachiosaur. And then here are my little ducks. Begonia Longiciliata, Sizemoreae. Sizemoreae. I can never say that part right. It's been long enough, you'd think I would be better at it. I'm super excited about this plant and its little white hairs. We've got a few new leaves growing and the rhizome looks well established. I'm going to remove her and all of her root clump. I'm not gonna mess with it at all. I'm just gonna rotate her so it's facing towards the front, right there. Woo! Now the only thing is I hope she's growing this way. It looks like this is the activative end. So if she grows this way, she'll find the rock and she'll start making her way around. If she starts growing that way, I'm in trouble because she's gonna press herself up against the glass and she'll probably rot. I'm gonna put the cap on this and find her a little spot in the terrarium room. I'll check back in with you in a couple of months so we can see how she's doing. Hi everybody, welcome back. Let's have some quick updates. I'm on my way to work and I pulled out this terrarium and I wanted to show you before I go. But here's the apicia, the same apicia that was in the video, not the one that got taken out. That one was actually gifted to a girlfriend of mine. But this guy, dang it. This guy was just watered and I like to make messes. There you go. This guy is doing okay, but definitely needs a propagation itself. You can see because the leaves are starting to turn colors. And we got the Fittonia. The Fittonia made it and it's looking really nice. It's getting full. Feels like it needs a water. Probably do that tomorrow. It's not showing me any drama yet, so I'm not worried about it. But I can't believe it survived from a terrarium to ambient temperatures. And finally, the Begonia Sizemoreae, or longa, I forgot its tag in the other room. I'll start here and just look at how full it is in there. Isn't that crazy? Woo! So much growth and it's so beautiful. Look at it. Oh my gosh. But I am a little nervous because like I say, it's getting too big for the pot itself. Those new leaves though, those guys are so pretty. Look at all of the little hairs on them. Oh, I'm very excited about this plant and the future it holds. It's so pretty. But let's flash forward again. I'm thinking maybe a month, maybe 2 months. It kind of depends on this guy. But these guys are fine. They're living their best life, watering when dry and et cetera, et cetera. I do have to do some cleaning, but let's see what happens. Hi everybody, we're gonna do what I said I would threaten to do, and because it's time. And I figured for the new year, this guy will have a new start. These are the begonia roots that are going. It's the only plant in here. There's a lot growing along the bottom here. It's knocked over the dinosaur, where the dinosaur has been knocked off. But you can see everything growing up along the sides. There's some more begonia roots and all of these growing on the top. And then of course, all of the roots growing in the bottom. This is a very good situation for this plant. However, it's fully growing out. It's ready. Maybe I should just leave it in there and just open it. Oh, that's a good idea, but I don't know what the transition would do. Choices. I think it would be really cool just to have, okay. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna take, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. Seeing as how we're gonna start over, I figure it might be good to start over with something a little bit bigger. So the first thing I'm gonna do is empty out this one. It'll be super fast. I'm not even gonna film it. And then I'll prep this one to put in some cuttings for this guy. I think it'll be a perfect start again, and we'll have another very happy plant. So here's a great leaf right here. There's no damage to it. There's no mold. It's perfectly healthy. Can you see how iridescent that is? Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Anyway, so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna follow it down and I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna cut it as close to the base as possible. That I have this leaf that is free. I'm gonna flip it over. Look at all the fuzzy hairs. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. But then I'm just going to cut about 1 inch from the actual leaf itself. I'm going to compost that leaf. And then this guy, I'm just going to take him over here to the other one. You can see I've already done 3 others. But I'm just going to take this guy and I'm going to send his stem into the soil up to the base of the leaf. You can make a hole, you don't have to make a hole. I pre-wet a bunch of this dirt before we began, so I want to make sure that it is just easy to put it in there and I don't break the stem going in. And that's how I'm moving leaves and propagating them right into the new terrarium. Now this will take some time, I'm sure, to get going. But as you can see, this plant does really well in this type of environment. I didn't change out the soil. The soil is not a year old and it's full of springtails. I added some more activated charcoal as well. And I used fertilized water to re-wet everything and get it situated. So I think this one is set to go. I'll probably wash the little bits that came out of this one. It just includes some little rocks and some mushrooms and stuff, just some aesthetic pieces. But this one's not finished yet. I have some rather large leaves here that are just so stunning. You can see them, they're just so gorgeous. This one I removed because it had water on it or some kind of moisture condensation. So these guys I'm gonna chop up into a bunch of pieces and I'm going to be propagating these as well. No, they're gonna be chopped up. But the rest of this, I think what I'll do is I'll cut back a few more of the juvenile leaves and I'll put the lid back on and I'll let it continue to grow. I haven't damaged the rhizome. I have got the dinosaur. I'm gonna put him back on the top of his mountain. I don't know how he fell off a little bit. I'm not gonna do anything with this. I think I'm just gonna let it grow one more time. This plant is so pretty. I don't mind having 2 terrariums dedicated to it. It'll also give me more to spread out for different events and stuff that my Begonia Society is a part of. We're about to start hosting monthly events again in January. I just think it's so funny talking like that when I talk about my Begonia Society. I'm gonna get these guys propagated. I do have a video about propagating begonias. Woo! If you've enjoyed this video or other videos, please consider subscribing. If you are already subscribed, please consider becoming a monthly subscriber on my Patreon. This is Plant Amateur. I'm Tara Gaines. This is Begonia Sizemoreae Longiciliata. I left the tag in the other room. Whoops. And we hope you're enjoying yourself. Sorry, I started putting my lights away and then I noticed this super cute little thing. Let me show you. So if you look right here, you can see that this little gal has decided to start flowering, which is super exciting. I don't have any actual flowers in here at this time. I'm probably gonna cut that off. But look down here, right there at that little baby leaf. Can you see it? Look at how fuzzy it is. Oh my gosh, I am in love. I am in love. Look at how cute. Okay, sorry. This is me freaking out just a little bit. All right, it's absolutely adorable. Okay, that's all. All right, so we are all... I didn't clean my dinosaur. Urgh. I can see little springtails. They're so cute. Just doop, boop, boop. Excuse me. Suffocated by any excess. And that's how I'm moving leaves from here and into the new aquarium. Please enjoy yourself. Oh, I f***ed that up, didn't I?